Evening everybody, Rich here, back for another From the Depths sinking ship video, and this is another sinking of the Comte Grasse. This is a rehash or a redesign of the original ship. I've already done a video of the original version. It's designed by D2 Battleship's channel. It's been requested by him that I sink this thing. He also done another ship as well, but I can't remember the name. But that will be destroyed later on as well, so we'll get to that another day. But it's a rehash, a redesign, and a rearmament, basically, of his original ship. I've had a good look round it. There's lots of heavy armour on this thing. There's also lots of bulkheads. I did try recording a video of this thing as an enemy, but it turned my ship into dust, basically, because I got too close to it. This thing is very well fortified, very well armoured, or very well ammoed, basically, and if you come across it, it will turn you into matchwood. So yeah, it's quite a well designed defence, really. But yeah, it's a rehash of the original, and I've been requested to sink it again. So yeah, that's the project for today. So what we're going to do, I'm not really sure what to do actually. I was going to torpedo it to death, but that's too easy really. So to do the same as before, we'll just use the big gun and blast it to death. So we're going to aim at the engines first. We've got a set of engines in the bow, or steam engines, or yeah, so you've got a set of steam engines in the bow. I think there's another set either midships or there they are. Is that it? Oh no, there's a boiler there. What else we got? Have we got another set of engines? No, lots of ammo. Oh, there we are. There's the other engines. So there's plenty of power in this thing as well. So we're going to aim at the bow anyway. Or should we aim at the stern? I'll tell you what, we'll aim at the stern for this time, because we always aim at the bow. So we're going to hit the stern engines, if I can remember where they are. Here they are, so we're going to aim about here. And see what that comes up with. Let's put a hole in the stern. And she's crippled, so she's quite heavy as well. And there's plenty of metal and heavy armour on this thing, so it's quite well balanced. I mean, whenever I build a ship, usually it tends to sink quite well. So anyway, the heavy armour not quite doing its job, but at least there is heavy armour inside here. It's quite well skinned actually. So they stopped the shells hitting the engines, which is a good thing. I'm going to have another go and see what they can do. There we go. So the shells have hit again and blown the deck open, and down goes the stern. So yeah, she's pretty knackered. But the engines have slowed down. They're not destroyed, but they have slowed down. So we'll put another shell in here. Let's see where they aim. And yep, a lot of engine parts have been removed, so the engines are pretty knackered. The ship is still stable though, which means she's still upright. So I think what we'll do, we'll get rid of these planes as well, so just to be cruel. That was a big boom, and actually blown the plane in half as well, so that's a good thing. So that's also knackered the ship as well. So now she's going down quite bad by the stern. And got all these gubbins in here. I mean, half these things I don't know what they do. So there's good use of whatever's available anyway. Alright, so what we'll do, we'll aim at the other plane. Huge amounts of lag caused by this though. Oh, it didn't hit. Never mind, what we'll do, we'll aim at that piece there. And that should dislodge the plane. And cause huge lag at the same time. So what's the outcome? Did it destroy the plane? And destroyed the ammunition the plane was carrying as well. Wow. All that remains is a few pieces of wings. So that's that. So that's the stern, almost completely destroyed. There's not, well, there's still plenty of stern left, but hey, there we go. So what do we take on next? The ship is still level, just down at the bottom a bit. So not really sure what to do. Let's just do what we normally do and just take out the guns and all things like that. So let's just remove a few heavy objects and see what we come up with. God, this ship's causing huge lag. And that, I think, yep, the ammunition has just blown up. So that's why the ship came out of the water. There's just a sort of a chain reaction going on down. There's just constant explosions. Jesus, that was a big blast. And still she's exploding. I think there's like things overheat and just explode. There we go, that's all gone. So that was the an ammunition storage there, which has just blown open and has pretty much blown the ship clean open. So now the stern is going right under. I'm intrigued to see what's inside these green boxes. What's inside here? These things. I do not know what they are. I'm a bit inept in this department. But that's the mighty stern. Completely under. So I'm gonna have a shot at this gun as well. I want to destroy this one because that explosion chain reaction was epic, basically. So with all these things in here which will explode, I'm gonna have a go at them. So I'm gonna shoot at this gun again. Hopefully the same will happen. Yep, everything's blowing up. I suppose what people were hearing when they were on the Titanic, I think they just heard explosions inside her, but not like that. Still she's exploding. It's like a chain reaction going on. Jesus. Anyway, that stage gone. And now she is a cripple. So I don't think she's really long for this one. Now, even though it was only 2 ammo storages that exploded, it was enough to render her destroyed, basically. So I think the way she is, 974, bow high in the air. It goes to show, really, I don't think we can really make a ship completely impenetrable, I think, well, on this game. But when things do explode and go wrong, they go wrong in an epic way, which is pretty much what happened here. And looks amazing, doesn't it? I'm tempted to do the same with the bow ones, but she's graciously sinking. She's got an set of engines in the bow. So I'll just have a look in there. Where are they? There they are. There's the engines. But they're not far from the waterline. I think we'll do one merciful shot on the guns here. This one, and that will send her down. Did that do the damage? Yep. Well, that hit the area. I don't think these are going to explode. So we'll do it again, because I want to make sure these explode. Yep, now she's exploding in. That's pretty much it. And that's pretty much it. Now she's starting down now. I think that just blew the bottom of the ship out. And still she's exploding. It's annoying that we have the text in the way. There we go, get rid of the text. And we just let her gracefully go under. As I was saying, that she's in quite a shallow piece of water, so she'll probably hit the bottom before she goes under. In that case, I'll probably just have to use the torpedoes. Is she near the seabed? Well, not far from it, but yeah. Those, yeah, they can see that last explosion of the ammo storage just blew the bottom of the ship open, and yeah, that's done it. It's also taken the ends of these guns off as well. I was tempted to fire at this area, but I think it was enough. What's there to sink her? Which is going down gracefully. "974, your time is up." Love the anchors on there, look. That's cool. Let's have a look from the above. Completely vertical. She's just shy of going into that chasm there. She's right on the edge of the chasm. And I think she has hit bottom. Not quite on the bottom, but she's stopped. I think she's hit buoyancy. There's enough air in the bow to hold her up. So what I'm going to do is turn the text back on and try and aim. I don't think I'll be able to hit these, but we'll try anyway. Try and hit that area. I don't think the shells are going to have enough power. No. So the merciful thing to do is just to torpedo the shit out of her. So we'll just fire hundreds of torpedoes as a mercy thing. You can just see the silhouette of the plane over there as well. So we'll turn the text off again. And we'll just watch as the torpedoes come in. And there we go, down she goes. And there we go. Ooh, that's the Comte Grasse gone. Or the 2017 version. So now she's just going to take a short trip to the seabed. And once the lag clears, everything should be fine. So is it still the torpedoes doing the job? No, I think there's explosions going on inside. Yeah, you can see the other ammo storage is blown up. So the gun there is gone. The ammo storage blew up. That's what sank her. And you can see pieces still disappearing. It's sort of lagging a bit. But she is now a dead ship. And she'll make her way to the seabed. She's already on the seabed sternwise. But I was just thinking she might slip further into that chasm, so we'll have to wait and see. But anyway, that is the Comte Grasse. It is available on Steam. Just have a look at D2 Battleship's channel. Well, I don't know if it's his Steam name, but just type in Comte Grasse into Steam Workshop for From the Depths, and you'll find 2 versions of the ship, and also his other ships as well. So that's the Comte Grasse. So I'm going to leave it here, and I shall return when the wreck has settled. So bye for now. Okay, back again, and the Comte Grasse has finally come to rest on the seabed. At a very precarious angle, but she ended up sliding into that chasm which was behind her, and she is pointing straight up in the air almost. Propeller down, and she landed like that. And the steam engines are still producing steam, although at a much reduced rate, although I think these ones have just stopped, so yeah, those ones are not producing any more steam. The ones on the bow have stopped as well. That's funny. Oh no, they are still going. So the ones on the bow are still doing their job, but at a much reduced rate. And the ship is virtually dead, so that's the Comte Grasse. You can see the damage to the side now. The torpedoes finally took their toll, and you see the explosions from the gun turrets. Just blew the hell out the bottom of the ship. And epic the way they go. Those are massive explosions. And the same with the stern ones. Just big holes where they once stood. And it's just it's funny. These engines were working just a few seconds ago, and then they just died. But never mind. But that is the Comte Grasse, and yeah, she is available on Steam. I think I've just mentioned that. And yeah, that's the sinking and the destruction of the second ship. So look at that. She's still trying to get away, or she's trying to rise from the grave. I mean, the flag's still flying, so that's one thing. But it looks like she's gonna burst into the surface, or burst through the surface, and return to floating. But that's not the case. But anyway, that is the Comte Grasse. She's quite a way below the surface. I mean, she did travel quite a way. Not sure what the depth is, but there's something over there. So that's the remains of one of the planes. You can see the silhouette of the plane, and the remaining pieces. And what's that over there? That's the other plane, just a wing, but the silhouette is there. But overall, not too bad. So the ship is right the way down there, and the planes are on the surface. So yeah, that is it. That is pretty much what we have for today. So that is the Comte Grasse, the 2017 version, and it has been sunk. So that's that. So anyway, this is Rich signing off, logging off, and disappearing. And I may return with another video of this ship and the predecessor actually in a proper fight, because these ships are not level, but they are lethal. So that'd be interesting to see. But anyway, like I said, this is me disappearing, and I shall return with another video. So bye for now.